Hello, sweet star. Welcome to the channel. It's Moon Mirror Tarot, and in today's message, we get to hear guidance from Mother Moon with her unconditional love for how to make the most of this Sagittarius season. Before we pick our piles for today's reading, Mother Moon has a general message for the collective. And it's one of trusting our intuition, trusting the little nudges that we receive that light us up, that help us to feel alive, even when those nudges don't have a purpose or a reason or a whole lot of justification, or the nudge is taking you against the grain with other people. Mother Moon sees the strength and the empowerment that you have built within yourself to be able to listen to those nudges of your intuition, even when there's nothing really in the physical world to help justify why you're doing what you're doing. That can be a really powerful growth edge to find yourself upon. And I think this Sagittarius season, there's a lot of opportunities for not only finding those growth edges, but going beyond them. There's a second piece to this collective message. In addition to asking us to lean in to trusting these messages, these nudges of our intuition, there's a piece that Mother Moon wants to share with us, and she smiles as she does, because between the perspective that she has and the perspective that we have in our human form, there are worlds apart, worlds between. And there's only ever the right information to come through at this time. We're really not meant to see that bigger picture. Even though during Sagittarius season, that's one of the key characteristics, is that we do more so see the bigger picture of the world and of life. But when we get a nudge from our intuition, when our emotions stir and the energy moves within us, when we feel a new intention bubble to the surface and it excites us. It could be something as simple as, when I go on my walk today, I'm going to pick up 3 things that represent Sagittarius season. And launching those new intentions, those new rockets of attention and focus that are being launched out into your experience to become manifest. Mother Moon sees how tempting it is to think that the initial nudge that we received is to take us to the original destination that we can see with that nudge. So in that example, it's easy to think that when I intend to pick up 3 things on my walk that represent Sagittarius season, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up 3 things that represent what it represents. And more often than not, the original thing is not the point. The nudge in your intuition is the point. The vision that you see of where you intend to go, that is the point. But the actual journey that unfolds is so rarely aiming actually at the end-all be-all vision that you originally set out to manifest. The richness of our intuition is that it can guide us through the path of least resistance. Our higher self, Mother Moon, Source Energy, the universe, the all, God, knows us so well, knows exactly how to get us where we need to go. Not necessarily so that we can go where we see in the original vision, where the nudge of intuition is pointing towards this thing. That is not the reason that we get the nudge or that we follow the nudge. The journey that unfolds as we pursue the nudge, that is the underlying blessing that is always unfolding season after season. As we wrap up this Scorpio season and head into Sagittarius season, the sun changes signs. The core of our identity is illuminated in a new way. A new facet of who we are is open to explore. And that is what we'll get to hear more of as we put together our piles for Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is a beautiful energy of leaving the known shore to pursue an unknown horizon. And the unknown horizon isn't the point so much as the reason to take the journey. Oh, sweet stars, I'm so excited. Oh, this first reading, we get to pick our piles for Sagittarius season and answer the question, what new horizons are opening for you? So we're going to leave this right here. And we are going to first pick out some blessings that are opening, new horizons that are arriving. Oh. There are our 3. Let's see what we got. Earth element, stability. Grand Cross, Provoker. Oh, pretty excited for what that one's gonna be. Oh, and Neptune, Sacrifice. Interesting. So these are our 3 piles. If you want to hang out with me during the pile preparation process, I did leave that in here. If you are ready to pick your pile now, you can use the timestamps in the description box to jump to your reading. I'll see you there. And this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I would allow your intuition to look more at the pictures and the energies that they represent, because I can tell you the words, they may or may not always mean what we think they mean right off the bat. We'll see once we get a whole picture of all the cards. All right, so if you're still here, we are going to pick the rest of our piles. So the first thing that we're going to do is show ourselves which energy. So we know Sagittarius is being featured for all of us, for the collective, but for each of these different piles, we're going to draw a different of the zodiac archetypes. Those two fell right out. 1, 2. And see where this blessing or this energy is coming to life for you specifically. I can't say it enough. We're all 12 of the zodiac archetypes. So this will be the energy, the zodiac energy that is coming online as part of your new horizon. The next piece, we will also pull a house card for each. Oh, there's one. For each of these 3 new horizons to see what life area is bringing in the new horizon. Give ourselves some more information. We have a couple more oracle cards to add to our piles to give us the best picture possible. Last oracle card. This one wants both of those. Oh, there's 3 there. Oh, and this one. All right, so we have 2 tarot decks. Oh. Take 3 cards from each one. Give us a nice picture to start with about what new horizons are opening for each of these piles. Oh. And last but not least, we'll take 3 tarot cards from here as well. Oh my gosh. Those are popping out of the deck. That's 3, that's 3, and that is 3. All right, so we will put our piles together. Put our tarot cards on the bottom. Okay. So our piles are ready to go, and we are ready to get into our first reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Earth Element Stability card, and we will get to hear from Mother Moon, her most important messages for you specifically. Even though this is a general reading, I have been assured that your intuition will pull out and resonate with the exact pieces that are meant to find you at this time. Beginning with this Earth element stability card, when we think about Earth energy in the zodiac, that refers to Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Earth energy is literally the energy of having your feet on the ground, of being tuned in to the physical environment, the physical needs of the moment, the resources that are available to meet those needs, the pursuit of resources, the pursuit of skills and technical expertise needed in order to earn resources to make yourself even more valuable. Earth energy also has a sense of materializing something into the physical. And that is what I can feel coming out of this pile number 1 reading. So for you, I get from Mother Moon that there is something coming in terms of you are grounding oh, it's coming. It's happening. The earth is literally shifting under your feet. The new life phase is underway. There is something wanting to be birthed into the physical. And like literal birth, it takes time. Takes time to grow something to fruition to where it's ready to emerge into the world and be independent on its own. It takes time to actually move through that transition. It takes time to get up to speed with being in the next phase of it. It all takes time, and it all happens one step in front of the other. One more step, one more step, one more step. Earth energy possesses the fortitude, the strength, the physical power to keep going until the physical needs are met. And when we're talking about earth energy, there can be a talent for translating intuitive energy within your body. So rather than seeing a vision in your head or having some kind of words spoken to you, it's entirely possible that you may feel a physical need to connect with people or to express yourself. Like a physical need, you can feel it in your body that you need to do this. That's your intuition talking to you in the way that you can hear it. And so with this earth element stability card, there is a process of taking that overall message that Mother Moon gave to all of us in the beginning, where we're meant to trust our intuition. And for you specifically, that intuition is coming through as one physical need at a time. So paying special attention to our bodies, our precious bodies that allow us to be here in this paradise, doing all of the magical things that we get to do as physical creatures, all the play, all the pleasure. It is truly delicious to get to be physical. And there is something coming into the physical through you, and it is incredibly stable. And something else as far as the stable piece is stability and quickness are rarely bedfellows. And what I mean by that is stability or speed can be two very conflicting objectives. Do you want it to go fast, or do you want it to last a long time? Do you want it to have a stable foundation? If so, a lot of time and steps and love and energy goes into laying down a foundation and taking those sacred, individual, incremental steps. It is absolutely a spiritual journey. It's absolutely an intuitive journey. It's just a matter of understanding how our intuition is coming to us. So, especially in this Sagittarius season, be really mindful of the energy coming through your body. So now we get to unpack your cards. We're going to start with your oracle cards here, and then we'll get more into the tarot. And I do really want to see a complete picture before, drawing too many conclusions, but I also am very open to whatever Mother Moon wishes to share with us about each of these cards as it relates to this earth energy stability that is the new horizon opening in your world. So your first card is Gemini with I think. Gemini, the twins. I think, I listen, I communicate. Gemini is multi-talented, multi-passionate, has many skills and knowledge on many subjects that tend to pop up as valuable in the moment. It's like, who knew that I would need such a random piece of information while I'm doing something completely unrelated? Gemini has a talent for piecing together maybe seemingly unrelated pieces of information. We also have Mars in Gemini for the whole of Sagittarius season. So as the Sun, Mercury, Venus, the Moon all move through Sagittarius, they're making oppositions with Mars in Gemini. We'll come back to that. Keep that here. Your next card. The 11th house. That is a beautiful card. And it says friends. I love that. As far as the new horizon that's opening for you. That's so exciting. Friends. Who doesn't love that? And especially when we're talking about the 11th house, which is historically or traditionally associated with Aquarius, we're talking about not just people taking up space in your life, but your soul tribe. Aquarius being our pure individuality, where when we express who we really are, when we embody, when we take it into the physical and we show up in the physical as who we really are, it is only a matter of time before there are like-hearted souls flocking into your world. And that is one of the things that they love about you, is your stability, is your ability to take it one step at a time, remain calm. They love to be around you. They love you. They think you're amazing. They can't wait to talk to you. They can't wait to pick your brain. They, about so many things that they're going to want to hear about. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, the dragon that you have with you on this new adventure, this new horizon opening, is the dark blue galactic dragon. Helps you listen to the voice of the universe. And then down here at the bottom, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Oh, gosh, that's good. helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Oh, that higher service feels very relevant as far as the new horizons that are opening for you. And last but not least, oh, so good. Surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy. Make love to life. Now, if that's not a message from Mother Moon, I don't know what is. And how beautiful that it goes with your earth element stability overall message. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. So Taurus and Venus, earth energy in general, is very much about the joy of getting to be human, getting to have a physical experience in a body. It's a miracle. And I feel like that is so related to the new horizon that's opening for you during this Sagittarius season. So those are our oracle cards, and already so we're seeing something new coming into your physical reality. We're seeing that it involves a lot of other people, a lot of other conversation. Possibly that's even something that you've really, really been craving, is more conversation. It's coming. It's right there. And that part of what they're really, really enjoying about your presence is the stability, is the calm that you provide, and the pleasurable viewpoint that you have to share with them. They can't wait to just chat your little face off. So that's really exciting. Let's get your tarot cards out here and see what else we have. So, ooh, interesting. 8 of Cups. Ooh, the 5 of Wands. The 2 of Cups. I love that. Yeah, people they love you so much. The ones who love you really, really, really love you. Like the true you, who you are, like the 11th house individuality of the soul that you are. Those people, they are making their way into your world. Ooh, that's awesome. The Empress. Major Arcana 3. Kind of running out of room here. Ooh, the 3 of Wands. I'm definitely getting a sense of what's happening. We're going to move those down, and we're going to squeeze this one. The Knave of Cups, so that's the Page of Cups. We're going to tuck him right under there. Really making it work. Oh, it's spoken like true earth energy, right? Let's just make it work with what we have at the moment. Okay, so these are your cards. Right off the bat, the very first tarot card, this 8 of Cups, really speaks to me. And we also have some other cup cards. There's this idea within earth energy that is not present really in the other elements, and that is that when we're dealing with earth energy, we're dealing with finite quantities of resources. Like when we're in water energy and emotion or thought or fire with passion and intellect, like those pools, they run deep in different people, you know? But when we're dealing with earth energy, it's like, do you have the resources in the bank to cash the check that you're trying to write or not? And that's a very simple physical equation that we can figure out. And so here's what I'm seeing with this 8 of Cups kind of coming off of this, especially these pieces of these new friends, this soul tribe that's coming to you, is that there are some things that need to be left behind in order to have the energy, to have the capacity and the heart space for your soul tribe. like this idea of earth energy and things being finite, it's like you can't keep spending your energy on like half okay relationships and move into the more aligned relationships all at the same time. Like with earth energy, there's a retraction of energy that has to happen so that those resources can be available for the next thing, the thing that you really want. And that's where, with earth energy, and kind of coming back to Venus as well, sweetness is relative, you know? Like, sweetness is a matter of your palate and your preferences. So what is valuable to you? What is worth spending your time on to you? Your precious, finite energy that you have each and every day. I see that there's somewhere that you're spending it right now that is ending. This is you kind of like turning your back on this, letting it go, and moving towards this new horizon, this literal new horizon, this bright light of it's even better than you can physically imagine. Getting there, it's even better, it's even sweeter. This is the paradise that we're entering into. Look at this, like pool, little waterfall, like freaking planets out here. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is what your new horizon holds. And there may be things in your world that need to be left behind in order for you to move into bringing this into the physical. That takes a lot of energy. Have you ever talked to a pregnant mom? And she'll tell you it takes a lot of energy to grow a baby inside your body. And really, I would say anything, birthing. Look, you got the Empress. She's pregnant. You got something. There's something in there. I mean, maybe a physical baby, maybe, but also maybe a creative birth, maybe a passion or a hobby that you've always wanted to try, and you decide that, you know, today's the day. I am going to order a deck of tarot cards. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to get some cards and I'm going to play with them and I'm going to see what happens. That's how I started, you know, and you play with them and eventually you figure out like how they work and what they mean, just like anything else. It's a language and it just takes time, like that earth energy, piece by piece by piece. And yeah, there's definitely big potential that is ready. I mean, she's very far along in that picture. And we know during Sagittarius season, there's new people coming into your world. And so making space as best we can with anything that really isn't sweet, you know? Like, is it sour? Is it yucky? Is it spoiled? Should we toss it? That's a personal decision, you know? But this is also calling to me as far as like what to feel for, as far as what do you want to keep and what don't you want to keep. The Five of Wands, it can represent competitive energy. So competing energy could definitely be part of the message there, but also that some of the relationships that you currently have in your world feel more like a competition than unconditional love. And that's another point of decision as far as, do the current relationships in your world resonate as part of your soul tribe? Or do they feel like people that you have to prove yourself to, or that you're trying to beat in some way, like competing with them in some way, trying to be victorious over these people? Like, that energy is very different from this paradise where it's just pleasure and joy and you're making love to life. Competition, I mean, not that it is a bad thing, it's a neutral thing, it's different for everybody, but when we're competing with other people, we're not really in love with them necessarily. And so it goes back to that idea of, in the earth energy Everything is finite, and so you can only be loving or competing. You can't really be doing both. Yeah. And I see with this Two of Cups, this adoration of the soul that you are, a total acceptance, a harmonizing, a coming together of like souls, where the love makes both of you more, not less. It brings the best out of both of you in the love that you share with each other. And with the 11th house and friends, I do see it as more of like a friendly connection than necessarily romantic. But again, this is a general reading, so I think everybody could have a different experience. The other piece that I want to bring in here is this Three of Wands, as far as going back to the piece that you're birthing into reality, into physical energy. The Three of Wands, if you look at like what they're doing, they are together on the same page. They're ready to move forward. They're working on their plan. They are researching. They're getting together what they need to get together. And so with the Three of Wands, there's kind of a double message here. The first part being that this isn't something that you've done before. This is a new thing. You haven't ever gone there before, and so it's going to feel like uncharted territory. But with the Three of Wands specifically, the message is very clear that you are ready. You are ready to take this step. You are ready to have this adventure, to approach this new horizon. It may feel a little bit shaky at times just because you've never done it. That's where a little bit of humility, which is also very much an earth energy thing, kind of an acceptance of limitation. I'm only one human being. There's only so much I can do. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to learn as much as I can. That Gemini piece of asking lots of questions and studying what needs studied and learning along the way as you bring this thing into physical reality, that's very common. That especially if you haven't done it before, there could be some study that needs to happen. And I also want to pull this in before we ask for more information, as far as the Page of Cups signifying a new heart opening, a new heartfelt message, especially where we're in Sagittarius season and this new horizon, this new level within your heart of trusting your heart, trusting your intuition, a new level of proficiency with trusting your intuition. So with that, I really want to get some more cards and get some more information, see if we can get some more specifics on what it is that you're bringing into the physical. So what is pile number 1 bringing into the physical reality at this time? That's 1. What is pile number 1 bringing into the physical, at this time? Let's start with that. Oh, nope, this one too. Okay. Okay, so let's see. 6 of Cups. The 5 of Cups. You guys are on a cup streak. Cups are emotions, water energy, so that's very interesting with the earth energy balance. Oh my gosh, the Ace of Cups. Y'all, I'm definitely getting something here. And the Page of Wands. Beautiful. Okay. So what is pile number 1 bringing into the physical? The first thing that jumps out at me is that it's something very healing. It's something very healing that will heal and soothe your own heart, help you to make peace with your own past, and to help other people move through that process as well, and let go of those pieces that no longer serve, the pieces that don't truly align with this 11th house part of you, which is to say the authentic part of you. This heart opening very much in line with like this new level within your heart and within trusting your intuition to guide the way, to feeling that intuition in your body like we talked about. I mean, I'm seeing that you're a deeply intuitive person. I wonder if that resonates, or if it's something like what we talked about at the beginning where, you know, your intuition is coming through feeling physical needs in your body, and maybe that does or doesn't look exactly like you expect your intuition to look, but that those messages are coming all the time, very intuitive, and that those intuitive hits, those little nudges along the way, those are going to lead the way piece by piece by piece to finding what is right for you, what is your paradise, where is your greatest pleasure and your greatest joy. And I can see here, this Page of Wands is very joyful, is in love with her new idea, her excitement for getting to create the thing that she's inspired with. So this right here, and with the Three of Wands, I do think that it's not something that you've done before. It's a new idea. It's something that, you know, you're feeling a little bit apprehensive maybe as you bring this thing into the physical. But at the same time, you know, there's a lot that can relate between what you've studied in the past, what you have done in the past, the skills and knowledge that you possess from past endeavors, and how all of that readiness and study on other subjects is absolutely going to play into this new idea. It's an amalgamation of things coming together, even though you've never put all of the skills together at once before. You've done each of the individual skills, and so it's just a matter of finding your way as you put it all together. Pile number 1, that is your reading. This is a time of, like, I see your creation. It's basically ready to pop right out into the physical. And so I do wonder, do you know what it is? Do you know what you're creating? If you do, I would love to hear from you down below. If you're still in that process of finding your way to it, trust your intuition, feel it in your body. Feel the connections and the relationships that are in your world at this time. Do they feel pleasurable, or do they have tension that you would prefer to not be there if this was a soul connection with your soul tribe? Because that is absolutely what is on deck as far as manifesting that. One more piece on the 11th house, this just came to me, let's throw this in there, is that what you're manifesting through your intuition into the physical, you're bringing this energetic feeling that you have into the physical. And with the 11th house, there's a networking component. There's a sense of not only are these friends, these members of your soul tribe entering your life, but they are bringing with them some of the pieces that are going to bring your creation into the physical in an even juicier way. Like, getting to create something from your soul is fun. Getting to do something in harmony with a soul friend and bounce it back and forth, and, you know, they give you this and you give them that, and it's this beautiful exchange, this beautiful co-creation. And I feel like that's exactly what's coming for you. Pile number 1. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I have absolutely loved your reading. It is so fun to see what new horizon is opening for you in this upcoming Sagittarius season. If you did like your video, please give me a thumbs up. And like I said, I would love to hear from you down below if you're so inclined to share what this reading stirred inside of you. Either way, Mother Moon and I are sending you so much love on your journey of birthing this beautiful new creation into the physical. Thank you so much on behalf of every soul who will ever have a positive impact from this thing that you are creating. And until next time, take really, really, really good care of the special soul, the sweet star that you are. Okay, bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading, your message from Mother Moon on what new horizon is opening up this Sagittarius season in your life. And you have chosen the glowing Grand Cross Provoker. I have been so excited for your reading. So excited to see what is this? What is coming? Okay, let's dive right in. I think there's a lot to this one that are like a lot of moving pieces, which is already the case with a Grand Cross. Basically, if you're not familiar, within your natal chart, these are 4 planets that are forming 2 oppositions. And because each planet is directly across from each other, it also forms 4 squares, 4 90-degree angles. And so this is a grand cross, sometimes called a grand square. Maybe you even have one of these in your natal chart. If so, you're carrying this energy just as part of the overall design of who you are. Part of this provoker is part of your design of who you are. But if your soul has selected this card for this upcoming Sagittarius season, there is absolutely something magical alchemizing within your energy. Multiple pieces are coming together. There is like almost, I can hear it, like a clicking into place sound that while it's maybe been a little frustrating to get these pieces to work together in a way that does suit you, it is absolutely unfolding at this time. So we're going to keep that right there, and we're going to look at the rest of your cards from your pile picking process. We'll look at your oracle cards first, and then we'll get into your tarot cards. And these, as I was finishing up pile number 1's reading and putting some cards back together, these, as I was handling this deck, they like jumped out. There's about 5 or 6 cards here. So we're going to take those as additional clarification once we get into your reading. Like I said, there's a lot of pieces here to this message, but we'll just take it one piece at a time. So your next card out, is Libra. Can you see that okay? It's like a lover's embrace. Trying to see what this is. I can't quite tell. Libra, I balance. Okay. And then we will look at balance. How interesting. With the provoker, with all of these moving pieces that you would bring out this balance card. That just seems perfect. Next is the first house with the body. That's a really pretty card. Again, like more like glowing. There's something glowing in your experience. Like it is fire hot. It's undeniable. I'm sure you already know that. I would love to hear from you down below if that resonates. The dragon, that is pretty. The dragon that is with you is the water dragon for this new horizon that you're embarking upon. It helps you flow easily around obstacles. That seems incredibly helpful when we're talking about Libra trying to balance everything and this Grand Cross with so many moving parts together. There can tend to be, like I said, like a lot of frustration in trying to make it all work together. It feels like maybe there's just obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, but lucky for you, you have the water dragon and it's helping you to flow easily around your obstacles. Christ's light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities. Go with the flow. That's so perfect. I'll put that there. So helpful. Such a helpful dragon to have with us on our side. That's pretty. I don't even know if I've ever seen this one before. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy. Physical and emotional healing. Well, good golly, who doesn't want that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, something is connecting. There's something like clicking into place. There's all of these different pieces that have been swirling and maybe even feeling chaotic or just anxious or stressed. There's like a tension in this energy where it's like, I don't even know how to do this. I don't know if I can get it all to balance. I can't get past the obstacles. There just keep being obstacles. And then this of like, healing, physical and emotional healing. And that this first house, the body, that's what that is. The embodiment of your energy is what the first house is all about. And this specifically mentioning physical healing, I definitely see that is part of this like deepening of trusting those intuitive nudges that you're feeling in your body, that you're feeling in your system. And like this is saying to develop your psychic abilities and go with the flow. So listen to your body and let it tell you when your body is in balance or not in balance. And watch how, as you balance the massively multifaceted energy of the being that you are, pile number 2, as you balance inside of yourself, there is this natural effect of balance that you will create in the auric space of anybody else that you cross paths with after that. Deep cellular healing, not only for yourself, but for anyone that you cross paths with. Libra is a deeply loving energy where it's expressed through wanting fairness for everyone, wanting equality and balance and justice for everyone. It's a deeply, generously loving energy. And so, again, I'm getting the sense that the more healing goes on inside of you, the more love you're here to put into the world. And the way you do that is by getting all of these moving pieces into balance, which is no small feat. But I do see that the new horizon that you're coming up upon for this Sagittarius season, getting it all to balance and getting it to click into place, that is the new horizon that's unfolding. Let's open your tarot cards and get a little bit more information. Oh, the 3 of Cups. It's one of my favorite cards. It's so sweet. Oh, sisters. Soul sisters. Loving each other, accepting each other, experiencing life with each other. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's, again, so much balance and harmony in relationships. Ooh, the 4 of Pentacles. This typically denotes stability and security, which is a very good sign as far as getting all of the many components to balance. The more stable and secure you are, the easier it'll be to get every piece to play its part harmoniously. Oh, hello. The Tower. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Major life shifting happening here, and I don't take this badly at all. This is beautiful. This gives me the sense of like, you know, up until now, getting all of the pieces to balance and work together has been possibly even a nightmare. Incredibly frustrating is what I'm getting. And this Tower, the falling of the current established life, is giving me the sense of like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and how if your life is frustrating and tense, having it crumble and something magical like deep cellular healing, emotional and physical healing, deep soul friends, deep security and stability, deep balance, deep longevity. The thing about the Grand Cross is that even though it can be really tricky to get it to all situate into place, once you figure out how to balance those oppositions, there is a staying power unlike any of the other configurations in a natal chart. It is incredibly powerful, if possibly a little maddening to figure out how to use that energy. It's yeah, there's staying power in it. So if you can take that back, when you do get it to click into balance, which is what the new horizon is for you this Sagittarius season, once you do get it to click into balance, there is incredible longevity and stability within that path for you. So this Tower card and vibe of the current form crumbling and something new coming forward in its place, I take that as a really good sign as far as the end of the frustration and the beginning of the power of the energy that you're working with. So we'll keep that friend right about there. Move into these ones. Ooh, the Lover's card. Interesting. Again, there's like the Lover's embrace happening over here with Libra. And now again, another Lover's card coming out for you guys. It would appear something romantic, or possibly the 7th house in Libra is also to do with really like one-to-one relationships of any kind. So it could be something as far as like someone proposing business partnership with you, but definitely a level above just soul friends. Like the Lovers and Libra, that indicates like a closer bond, like a shared motive, a shared experience of some kind beyond simple friendship and that sort of thing. Ooh, the Sun card. That's a beautiful Sun card. I love that. Again, glowing. Hello, glowing. And last but not least, the Chariot, fast moving energy, expedited, on its way. It's coming. That one, especially with the Tower, it's like, it's inevitable, this shift between what's frustrating and getting it to work in harmony and balance. Like it's right there, and it's happening inside of you in terms of the deep cellular healing that your body is undertaking at this time. This first house energy of revising the energy that your body is carrying, that alone is a massive shift in terms of, you think about it, like if since we are the center of our universe, our energy within our body emanates and pulls to us that which is like us. So with a little bit of healing inside of yourself and shifting the energy that you're carrying inside of yourself, there's bound to be a Tower moment, because with a shift of energy within you, getting your multiple pieces, your multiple personalities even, it's how I feel sometimes with my oppositions. It's like trying to balance two very different agendas. It's like this one wants something completely opposite of this one. This one is not agreeing with this one or this one, and definitely wants the opposite of this one. It's like nobody is agreeing on the direction that you should go. And it really does feel like getting pulled in 4 completely separate directions. And obviously, while we're physical, we can't physically go in multiple directions at the same time. You got to pick one. And so really the trick with this is the center point. It's the balance point. It's the taking the best from this one, and the best from this one, and the best from this one, and the best from this one. And in a very Libran way, taking the best, and then creatively juggling and situating and creating a work of art out of a literal work of art, Libra, out of the best of each of these conflicting viewpoints. There is a talent here, like a depth of talent that is very exciting to me, as far as like what is ready to flow forth when this harmony clicks into place. I cannot wait for doing the Capricorn season reading, which will be up next. As far as this new horizon for you in Sagittarius season is this harmony clicking into place. And once you're headed in a solid direction, you're no longer splitting your energy in multiple different directions. You're all on the same page and making a work of art out of all the best pieces of yourself. You have that balance inside of your body. You're walking around with it on a daily basis. Oh my gosh, Capricorn can work wonders with some really focused energy like that. So I have no doubt that we will see the doors continue to open for you as the sun continues to make its way through the zodiac. There are really, really fast, really, really big revelations, messages, downloads, big pieces that are coming into your physical vessel, where the core of who you are, the sun representing the center of our solar system, the center of our personality, the core of who you are being illuminated in a new way, where, again, going back to Libra is associated with beauty and ruled by Venus, where you're able to see the core of who you are as beautiful, as breathtakingly beautiful. This beautiful, multifaceted energy that you are. The beautiful, unique creature that you are. I see you knowing that for yourself. And pile number 2, I could not be more thrilled for you. I also see this piece, as far as the Lover's card, as an indication that a more serious connection is coming. Some, like we said, it could be more like business or a romantic relationship. It'll be different for everybody. But some kind of serious connection is definitely moving into your life. And that this whole inner balance and seeing your core self as beautiful is what unlocks this connection, because this other person who is making their way into your life, they know how beautiful you are. And there's nothing more obnoxious than when you're trying to tell someone how beautiful they are and they are shrugging you off, being like, no, that's not me. No, I'm not beautiful. But you are. You are, and it's time for you to know that. And part of it feels like the harmony and the balance that's moving into your experience is simply you knowing that. Is knowing that, like, these contradictory energies that are the multifaceted creature that you are, that every single one of them is playing its part. Every single one of them is bringing something awesome to the table, and that your role is to bring the best of each of them, bring the best of every facet of what you are, and creative work of art that is the unique soul that you are. So let's get out these other cards that jumped out of the deck right before your reading. Oh boy, 6 more. Okay, so let's see what we can gather as far as what is trying to tell itself to us. Okay, so first is 10 of Cups, and that is incredibly exciting because this is a very happy ending kind of card. This is a powerful manifestation of like big happy family, emotional fulfillment, all good things as far as this balance that is coming in, this new horizon. Ooh, Knight of Swords. That fits so well with this Grand Cross and balancing those energies and the staying power and the clarity of not necessarily having to pick one of those 4 directions, but being able to bring them all together and create a unique direction that only you would know how to go. And the Knight of Swords knows the direction, knows he's got his tools, he's running. He's so sure that he's running towards going where he's going. There's a clarity in being able to move that fast. And again, I see that as like getting the energy inside of yourself balanced so that there is that clarity of direction, that focus. The Page of Swords. So we have a new idea coming. That's very interesting. You have Page of Swords and Knight of Swords, which is very, very fitting with the air energy of the Libra that came forward. So a new idea, clarity, enabling us to move fast, which also brings us back to the Chariot card of the energy is absolutely moving fast. Next, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, I love the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like I modeled my desk that I'm sitting at right now off of this 8 of Pentacles. This is a card of chipping away at it. Have you ever heard the saying that it takes 10,000 hours to master something? Yeah, That's this card. As far as, in order to really master something like your energy, like your multifaceted, very powerful energy, in order to master that, you're going to sit and practice working with your energy a little bit at a time under many, many moons. And the glow and the power and the focused nature of your energy, it just glows more and more and more and more. And this is the kind of practice that kind of never ends. It's like we can always, in the physical realm, we can always get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And in your case, a little bit better with your energy, a little bit better balancing your energy, a little bit better balancing your energy, and just keep practicing it, because it is about to click into place. And I have no doubt that that is mostly due to the practice that you've done, how far you've come on your healing journey. Like, this did not just start yesterday. This is the kind of result from a lot of hours of sitting with your magic, sitting with your energy, and familiarizing yourself with what you're working with. The Hierophant. Everything that you've been through has been right on time. Every single ounce of frustration and feeling like you're hitting obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, like none of it was off your path. Every single bit of it was part of the divine lessons that you came here to learn in this life. It all played its part so perfectly, gave you exactly the ingredients you needed. And last but not least, the Hanged Man. Interesting. Pausing for reflection, getting up above it and taking another look at it. This especially is pulling me back to this sense of obstacles, this idea of feeling challenged, either within harmonizing your own energy or out in the world, like you just keep hitting roadblocks. This is the energy of taking a step back and reconsidering, possibly, am I even supposed to be on this road? Am I sure that this is the road I should be traveling right now? You know, this roadblock that I'm so concerned about, like, am I even in the right place at the right time? And what I'm feeling between the Hanged Man and our green water dragon down here, go with the flow. You know, my question on the obstacles is like, if you can't get past an obstacle, are you sure you're supposed to? Are you sure that your work in that moment isn't on this side of that obstacle? Are you sure you're supposed to be on the other side? Maybe you are, and maybe there are moments to push through hard things. And especially if you feel strongly, if you feel that intuitive nudge to push, then you have to listen to your energy. Only you can know what's right for you. But at the same time, your intuition is guiding you so well. This 10 of Cups here, I mean, you're very good at listening to your intuition. You can hear it. I'm getting the sense that you can tend to overthink. That can be a little bit of a Libra quality, as far as like, you do have a gift for seeing so many different sides of everything. And that can be a little bit overwhelming, as far as like, how do I know what the right one is, the right side, or what I'm supposed to do, which way I'm supposed to go. And what I'm hearing most of all, as far as like Mother Moon's message to you, pile number 2, is that in all of that time that you spend evaluating the multiple sides of each and every moment of your life, that is not wasted time. It is not. It is beautiful time spent. It is compassionate time spent. You are not someone who rushes through basically anything. You're extremely thoughtful, extremely methodical about, am I respecting the people around me? Am I being fair to the people around me? Am I being just? Is there balance here? What if we did it like this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Like, that is not wasted time. And if anything, there's something here as far as the swords are very much about communication and intellect, kind of air energy, like I said. And there's something coming online that you're supposed to share. It's not even necessarily about picking the right direction so much as telling the story of what it looks like when you can see all of these different angles. And not for the purpose of picking the best one, but for the purpose of entertaining each of them and giving them the space and the respect that they deserve. The potentialities that you can see, you're very, very good at seeing the multiple different sides of things. And in our culture, we can tend to, beat up on indecisiveness. And again, I would go back to questioning, are you sure that you are meant to come to a decision? Are you sure that the beauty in the journey, the joy in the journey, isn't the fun of being able to see around like a 360-degree view of anything that's standing in front of you? And basically the message from Mother Moon, the unconditional love of this Mother Moon, is saying, don't let anybody ever tell you that the way that you think and contemplate all of these different angles of things, don't ever let them tell you that that's wrong or wasted. And in fact, with all of this swords energy, I would even venture to say, and the sun down here, as far as like, it's time. The new horizon, the part of the new horizon that you're upon is really time for you to shine this beautiful energy of who you are out into the world. This beautiful creature who is not inclined to ever leap to a single conclusion, rather to really take your time exploring the options and the potentials and the beauty of this time-space reality. Like everybody's so in a hurry to make a decision and be like all on one path, but there can be such beauty in the variety and in the contemplation of the variety. And again, I just get this really strong feeling that people would benefit. They would really feel better. They would be soothed, is what I'm hearing from Mother Moon. They will be soothed by hearing your thought process. They will feel balanced and loved by hearing your thought process. That just in terms of bringing it back to Sagittarius season, the question remains, is it about hitting the destination? Is it about making the decision? Is it about having one coherent direction to go? Or is the joy in the journey of figuring it out and of figuring out what works? The dude who invented the light bulb, he did it hundreds of times and he's like, I didn't fail. I figured out hundreds of ways that it doesn't work. And then eventually I figured out what does work. And I feel that very strongly in your energy, that possibly there has been some frustration in the past around, I don't know how to make it work, but that is changing big time. And that I'm feeling like it's going to give you whiplash with how fast and how drastic this shift is of coming into balance within yourself, really loving and honoring the multifaceted energy that you are, and what you see happen as far as the shift of what it is that you're attracting into your experience. Pile number 2, that has been your reading. I am so excited for this new horizon that you are upon in this Sagittarius season. I would love to hear from you down below as far as what energy this stirred up within you. I would love to hold space for you in the comments. I'm definitely wishing you all the best of luck on this journey. And really, I don't think you need luck. I think it's just right there. It's ready to click into place. It's such a small shift, and the power that is coming through the clicked in channel of energy that you are is substantial, that it feels like floodgates opening and you running forward. So, so excited. Thank you so much, pile number 2. It has been my absolute pleasure to share this time and space with you. If you liked your reading, please give me a thumbs up down below. Leave me a comment if that feels like fun. And until the next time, I do hope you take such good care of the very beautiful, very multifaceted, and highly unique being that you are. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I am so excited for your reading from Mother Moon and her message for you on this new horizon that is opening up in this Sagittarius season within your life. There are some very specific messages here for you. If you have selected this card, there is a very clear, very, very clear message behind it. And the first thing I want to say is sacrifice. Sacrifice is an interesting concept when we're talking about blessings and new horizons and things opening in your world. And one of the things that you kind of have to sacrifice in order to move forward is the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown. Like in order to move forward, especially with this Neptune energy, I'm fairly certain there is a feeling of moving forward. There's like a feeling of wanting to move forward. But with Neptune, most likely there isn't a clear sense of direction or quality or what is it actually asking of you? What do you actually do? What are you even heading towards? Like Neptune obscures details. It loses the physical connection and merges us back into feeling and into our connection with the all. So it's a very spiritual place. It's a very psychic place. There's a lot of intuition blowing through this energy. And that in order to really open that up and to move forward with your new horizon, one of the biggest sacrifices that must be made is letting go of the known shore. You kind of got to sacrifice your comfort zone to some extent in order to move forward. So that is to say, to willingly walk into uncomfortable territory, to grow and push yourself. The experience I had this morning that really said something to me about this sacrifice energy. I was on my walk and it was very cold. It's like 20 degrees. And so I had my face covered up, and with my face cover, my breath was fogging my glasses big time, to the point where I couldn't see through them anyway. And so I moved them down so that I could I can't really see anything. It's just one big blur without my glasses, but that was better than having them completely covered over by the steam. And when I, have this face cover on, I also can't see down very well. And there was this sense of sacrifice and letting go of needing to see the way. Like it was also very windy, and the wind was blowing in my eyes, causing my eyes to really water, and it was freezing. And there came this moment where basically I asked myself, do I really need to have my eyes open? Do I really need to see? It's just walking. It's just putting one foot in front of the other. And as I closed my eyes and felt my body, it was like my energy came down into my body in a big way, and I could feel my feet on the ground in a way where I don't know if I've ever felt them like that before. And every bit of it was because I let go of needing to have to see. I relinquished that sense of control. I closed my eyes, I protected them from the wind, and I prioritized my comfort, my physical comfort, and sacrificed the ability to see in the process of that. And in so doing, I opened up into this beautiful felt experience of being more in my body than I maybe ever have been. And so that's like really what I'm getting as far as like, yes, there is something to sacrifice. There is something to let go of. There's something to loosen your grip around. But holy crap. Oh, what you're getting back is, I mean, it's just so much sweeter. It's so much richer than the thing that you're holding on to, like where my glasses weren't even on. I couldn't even see anyway. It's just one big blur. So like that's all the vision I had at that point. And really it was a small sacrifice to close my eyes. It was uncomfortable to walk and to trust that my feet weren't going to stumble on a rock or something like that. It was a very, very powerful act of trust, trusting that my body could feel how to take the steps and my body could feel through my feet. It was like seeing with my feet the road I was standing on right now. And so when we give up things that are only giving us marginal value anyway, when we stop clinging to those things and we sacrifice them, we let go of something that, if we can step back and look at the bigger picture, it's not that valuable anyway. And it's about, what do you really want? And Neptune is about merging with our higher self, merging with our God self, the part of us that knew full well why we were coming here. And that part of us is still in there. That's where our intuition is coming from, these little nudges that guide us along our path, the nudge to, well, what if you closed your eyes? What if you didn't need to see in order to keep walking? What if you could keep the wind out and keep walking? What if you could have it all? You just got to close your eyes. You just got to sacrifice being able to see. Do you want that? Do you want to be comfortable and moving forward and heading in that direction of merging with your higher self? Because if so, and I'm guessing if you're here, the answer is yes. And if so, there is a piece that is ready to be released, sacrificed. I have a feeling in the long run, it's not going to feel like a sacrifice. So let's look at some more cards here. So Aquarius energy, I know that's a beautiful card. The purples are very rich. We've got the water bear and Saturn, the ancient ruler. I don't know if you can hear my cat meowing outside the door. She's really cheering you on for your reading. And the second house of owning. The second house is where we accumulate wealth and value. And when we say wealth, there can be a tendency to jump straight to money. But really, the second house is about what is worth possessing, what is worth owning, and spending your energy to own those things. So it's the idea, to put it in like a physical, like budgetary sense, it's the idea that, if you really want to, let's say, buy a house, so you're saving your money to be able to buy a house, then it makes sense from like a prioritization, like a value system, that you wouldn't, every day go to Dollar Tree and spend $10 on random little figurines. Like you wouldn't be spending your finite resources on things that matter less than saving money for the house that you want. And what I'm sensing here with Neptune, where we're in water energy or our emotions, is that there are things that we're spending our emotional energy on, pile number 3, that do not align with the unique individual that you are, the soul level essence of the one in a lifetime, one in all of time being that you came here to be. So the energy that's flowing through you, the emotional energy that's flowing through you, is extremely important, and how you're choosing to spend that energy is extremely important in terms of getting what you ultimately want. And in order to get what you really want, you also have to sacrifice what's just kind of okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing pieced together here, is that there's some outflow of energy going towards things that don't really align. and that's probably what's ready to be sacrificed, is to let go of some of those pieces that are taking energy away from what's truly important. The dragon that you have with you is the Omega Dragon. How cool is that? Harness the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. God, I love that. That fits so well with what we got going on here with Neptune being our connection to our higher self, the all. It's water energy, very feminine. The second house is associated with Taurus, again, very feminine. And then this is here saying to harness the divine feminine power of creation, intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. This fits so well with deciding what is truly important to you. Hold that vision of what is truly important to you. And if things come up along the way that are asking for your very finite resources, ask yourself, is this something that is worth more than my ultimate vision of what it is that I'm trying to connect with, what I'm trying to merge with Neptune? There is something very, very powerful wanting to be birthed through you, this higher consciousness that wants to be birthed through you. Omega Dragon is here on your new horizon with you, helping you to harness that divine feminine, which is just another way to say our intuition. Harnessing our intuition to guide us step by step by step to figuring out what are the pieces that are truly important, and not just truly important in a general sense, but truly important to the unique creature that you are, truly important to the individual path that you came here to walk. Nobody but you can know what is truly important to you, what's worth owning. Nobody but you knows that. The answer is inside of you. It's inside your divine feminine power of creation, this intuition that guides you piece by piece by piece towards what is in more and more alignment with your higher self. Pile number 3. Oh, and you had 2 of these. Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Oh, what a nice message to go along with our sacrifice. You'll survive this. The thing that is being sacrificed is not something that you need for your journey. And especially in the earth realm, the kind of the shadow side of earth energy is that we can cling onto physical things as a means of security. And I'm getting the sense that that is definitely not needed. You don't even need to see. You just need to feel. You just need to feel your feet on the ground, feel the intuition coursing through your body, and all will be revealed to you in divine timing. That's the beautiful thing about our intuition, is that it's never giving us more than what we need right now. So if the path is not clear, if you cannot see the path forward, then rest easy. Your message from Mother Moon could not be more clear. Rest easy that you do not need to see the path forward at this time. The fact that you can feel it is exactly as it should be. You don't need to see it. Seeing it at this stage would do more harm than good. And that's why you can't see it, and that's why you don't need to see it. And the sacrifice sometimes is sacrificing our sense of control. Our eyes open give us a sense of control. Eyes closed gives us a sense of being out of control. But a sense of control is a flawed human premise from the start. We have none. We have no control as humans on this physical plane. All we have is the one step that we can put in front of the other and continue to walk forward on our path using our intuition, using our emotional guidance system to help us figure out where is the best possible place to place our foot at any given moment. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Oh, hello. Yes, please. That all sounds amazing. And the blue flame reminds me of a YouTube channel that I watch that I think you would like, that I would love to recommend to you, called Blue Flame Apothecary. So if that resonates to go and check out a video of hers, please do. Her energy is very calming, very soothing. Yeah, she has a beautiful perspective that brings me a lot of comfort, so I'm glad to share that with you. And this spontaneous awakening piece is jumping out at me as far as like the Neptune sacrifice of not being able to see the path, not having access to the full picture. I see that changing very soon, and that possibly even during Sagittarius season, this spontaneous awakening piece of being able to see the path more clearly, being able to feel the path more clearly, possibly. I think for each of us, it'll play itself out in its own way. But yeah, this is integration time. This is activation. This is a turning point in your path, the Sagittarius season, new horizon. Let's get some more information with your tarot cards. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Keep that there. The Seven of Cups. Oh. Let me check something real quick. I don't know if you can see that real well, but the corresponding tarot card with the Neptune card is the Seven of Cups. So I had to chuckle. There's definitely something very clear coming through here. Definitely something very clear coming through here. The Fool, Major Arcana 0. That definitely fits. The Three of Swords. Aww. Some pain of some kind happening there. The Six of Cups. Oh. Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of painful past piece that is present still, even though it's not physically going on. There's like a grief process that is still underway, and possibly there was, for some of you, a sacrifice of a person that had to leave your life, and that's been really hard on you, and I'm sorry to hear that. That said, though, it's very clear that the piece that was sacrificed, the piece that had to leave, was not part of the path going forward. And that doesn't mean that that person, didn't play a role in your life, or that they didn't have a reason for being there while they were there. But as far as non-physical and the highest good of the all unfolding, their exit was divinely timed. That it gave you a depth within your individuality that the world needs. That depth is very valuable. Coming back to the second house, that experience of going through what you went through in the past is incredibly valuable, with not only the unique essence that you came forward to share with the collective, but also this sense that I'm getting as far as like Aquarius energy, when we have the courage to wave our freak flag, so to speak, when we have the courage to step forward and show up in the world as the fully actualized individual that we were born to be, we automatically, by doing that, sign a permission slip for every other being on this planet to do the same. the most loving thing that one individual can do for anybody else is to actualize into the full creature that you came here to be. And the thing that I'm really getting strong out of these two cards, the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups, is that there were some painful past pieces that, while it was very difficult to go through those, and I don't want to minimize anybody's pain or their suffering, but I can tell you that there's incredible value from the experience that you went through and the wisdom that you gained. And as far as like this spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time, that it's speaking to time to integrate that wisdom, time to close the loop on this process of grieving what has been lost, and instead flipping into a phase of celebrating what's been gained. Oh my gosh. Exactly like this. The star card. Like, as far as where are you headed, where, like, what is opening up to you as far as like making this sacrifice, closing these old chapters, healing these old wounds, there is a lot of star power ready to come through that avenue, ready to come through that open space. And part of what might need to be sacrificed is hanging on to those past relationships and clearing that space out of your grid so that there are resources to bring in the next piece of sharing your unique value with the world, with the collective in some way, whether that's putting yourself out there publicly, like for everyone to consume, or even just offering your authentic self to your closest, most personal relationships. It is such a gift to show up in this world as the individual that you were born to be. And I see, as far as this new horizon that's opening to you, there is a piece to let go of that is going to let the activation move forward, and that the power of what is coming is the star, closing out your reading. And I did want to talk about these couple here, as far as this moving forward and this evolution of what's going on. Really, all three of these, I see this very much corresponding, like I said, the Seven of Cups and Neptune like go hand in hand, as far as you don't know what's under the cup that you pick. Like, if you read the Light Seer's book on this card, I love how she says, you never know the full scope of what's going to spill forward from the cup that you choose. And so in terms of this, like, you know, you don't really get to see. You have to just go by instinct, go by intuition to hopefully pick the cup that is going to be the best one. And what I'm feeling, like your message from Mother Moon, pile 3, is that no matter what cup you pick, no matter which way you go, moving forward is always better than staying held down by the past. That there is beauty, and there's light, and there's joy, and collaboration with other people, like new people coming into your world that want to collaborate with you. I feel that very much as part of this new horizon that is opening for you. There are people coming in that, especially with the Three of Pentacles, like, it's such a beautiful, harmonious energy of each person bringing the skills and the resources that they have. And you know, this person's skills are to do this part, and this person's skills are to do this part, and this person's skills are to do this part. So as far as like not being able to see the full picture, not being able to like have a full sense of what I'm going to do, so I don't know if I'm prepared, I don't know, you know, am I going to be able to do it when I get there? I feel some of that wobble as far as this new horizon. And this Three of Pentacles is incredibly encouraging, along with the Fool. Both of them coming together. You're so excited about the horizon. That's undeniable. You can see it, you can sense it, you can feel the pull of venturing out and starting something new. But the not being able to see it thing has been slowing you down up until this point. The new horizon for Sagittarius season feels like it hinges a little bit on this card of, and Mother Moon's message of trusting with your full heart, that if you take a step in the direction of what your intuition is suggesting, nudging you towards, and you start without it all figured out, lots of variables up in the air, lots of unknown territory that you're not sure about, this card feels like a promise from the universe that the exact people with the exact skills that you need to support you in whatever it is that you get yourself into, those people are there on that path. And that's been something that you haven't really factored into the equation before, as you've thought about this new thing, this new horizon that you want to go towards. It's like you've been picturing it with the people that are in your life right now. And this card is pointing towards, as you move into the new place, the new horizon, there are new people there. There are new people there to make new connections with and to each contribute the skills that you have. And that, you know, it's not a matter of feeling like you have to be a master of everything in order to move forward in your vision or your project or whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into the world. There can be people on your team who have complementary skills and that they have your back. You're not in this alone. There are cooperative components that have not revealed themselves to you yet, but they are. They are going to. They will join you on your path at the perfect time. The fact that the rest of your team isn't around you yet, that's not really evidence that you don't have a team. It just means they don't need to be here yet. Their part hasn't started. Your part has started. Your part of birthing this new creation, this new adventure, this new horizon into the world, you're upon it. You're unfolding it. Taking in this reading is just one more piece of adding momentum to this work that you are feeling your way through somewhat blindly. And Mother Moon wants you to know that you are not alone, that you can feel, you can trust what your body can feel, what your intuition is nudging you. You can trust that. You can trust that the right people will be there at the right time. And you can trust that what is coming in the future is you getting your wishes granted, being granted everything that goes along with the divinely unique being that you are. Oh, pile number 3, you are right on time. You are so right on time. That's all you can say, is that this is so right on time. I can't wait. The part that I'm really excited about that Mother Moon just showed me is like, I can't wait for the rendezvous of you with these collaborators and how you guys start comparing stories and journeys about. It's so amazing when you meet one of those collaborators and you realize that both of you started your spiritual journey 6 years ago or something like that. Like you both like had this turning point at the same time, and then maybe again and again and again, like there were these growth edges that you both were moving through in your own respective experiences, blind that the other existed. You didn't know about them yet, but then you meet them and you get to spend the rest of your time together sharing stories about how you made your way to each other. That might even be a Sagittarius season manifestation. Who knows? Who knows? There are massive, massive shifts opening to you this Sagittarius season, pile number 3. I am so grateful that you spent your energy here with me taking in this reading. I hope that you received the absolute love, encouragement, and unconditional support that Mother Moon feels for you and this path that you're on. You're so right on time. You could not be doing it any better. continue putting one foot in front of the other, sensing for your own individual self what's worth using your finite energy to pursue. What is it that you ultimately want? And possibly, what are you willing to let go of to help yourself get there? Pile number 3, this has been your reading. I thank you again so much for spending this time with me. It has been my honor to share this space with you. If you liked your reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you as far as what energy was stirred with this reading. I would really, really love to hear how it resonated and the unique pieces that your soul pulled from it. Of course, if it feels good for you to share. Until next time, pile number 3, I hope you take such good care of the beautiful, unique being that you are. And so will I.